Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another segment of the Queen G Live Experience. I am your host, Queen G. What an amazing and fabulous Sunday. I want to first start with saying prayers for everyone here in the state of Texas, the crisis that we are under, everything that is going on. I don't know if you guys saw my show earlier, but I did a segment talking about all of the issues that are happening in the state of Texas right now, the crisis that we are under. And I just wanted to say to everyone, thank you so much for your assistance, your sincere prayers, and everyone that is reaching out to me and my family concerning the issues that are happening here in um, Texas right now. And it's happening in the whole state of Texas. There's a lot going on. A lot going on. So I have a very special segment for you today that's amazing and powerful. I cannot wait to get my special guest on here. We're going to be talking to Mr. Victor Santiago, who is a interviewer and host. But until we get him on here, let's see. He's not on yet. Let's see. What was I going to say? I'm talking to my guest. I am talking to my guest. Give me 1 second, guys. And I got a message for you before we bring him on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. So I see you. Okay. Let me tell him I see him. So before we bring our special guest on, I want to address something that is uh, very, very, very important. So listen, guys, literally, in your life, there are things that you are in charge of, like your behaviors, yourself, how you take care of yourself, the things that you take into your body, the whole nine. And we are in charge of that. Let me tell you how I know. Recently, I've been working on my whole entire self. I've been under some issues with my health and things like that. So what I had to understand and evaluate is that what's going on with me? Why am I having health issues, period? And I had to start reaching down on the inside and digging a little deeper to find out what the scenarios are that are going on with my body. So I wanted to look close to y'all in the face and ask yourself, are you doing the very best that you can do to get you in order from head to toe? And if you are not, I need y'all to start. I need you to start working with the man in the mirror. You know that song, Man in the Mirror? It's a reason why that song exists, okay? It's a reason why that song is available and out on the market. Michael Jackson was brilliant when he picked that song up and wrote that song. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking you to change your ways. You know what I mean? Like, it's you. It is you. A lot of times we have these auras that we're dealing with and struggles and trials and this and that. But a lot of times it's you. You got to look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, am I at my very best that I can be? Am I maximizing on, the good that I am doing? What is it that I am doing? Let me take this to the next level. So I wanted y'all to think about that. I wanted to start the show with that thought, that pre-thought. So without any further ado, I got my special guest, Mr. Victor Santiago. He has what's called the Don Vic Show. Amazing show, has had me as a special guest, many of my friends. He is an interviewer. He is a great guy. I want to get into his world and kind of find out what he's been working on and what he's been doing and what he's about. So y'all hang tight. Let me get him on here on the show. What's up, Mr. Victor Santiago?
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on?
What it do? What is the business?
Hey, hanging in there, you know.
Hanging in there, you know.
That's what's up. That's what's up. This is very interesting, right? We are flipping worlds. We are flipping worlds.
Facts. Thank you for having me on the show.
Definitely. I wanted to, find out about you. I would say before you blow up, I want to find out, what's going on in your world and kind of get the real scoop on, how this journey started for you. Where did it all begin? Like, where did all this begin for you?
It started a year ago. When I was shooting the movie for Don Hayes and the Gangster. A friend of mine, Jackie Brown, was hosting at the time. And, we became good friends. And she said to me, you should try doing the podcasting, You got the gag. You got the gag. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna try it. And I started doing it locally. With artists, local here in Boston. And it just started. It just started moving up. And I'm here today.
And you do definitely have the gift of gab. You are amazing. Like, you asked some really interesting questions when I was on your show. And
I had to research.
Right. Let me tell you. Listen, I've been in the game like 20 some years, so I know it's not simple, bro. I know it's not easy.
Right.
I know what it feels like to be on this end of the spectrum and you have to be interesting. You have to, go in depth with the people that you're speaking with. And there's a lot that goes on from the podcast chair, if you know what I mean. And you know what I'm talking about. And then listen to this. You probably have experienced this too, where all kind of held and broke loose before you went live. But you got to come on there and you got to be strong and do what you got to do, right?
Facts.
Have you experienced that yet?
Yeah, a little bit.
Tell us about an experience that happened similar to that it was just like all kind of hell broke loose right before the show. And you had to come on and, you know what I mean, do what you had to do. Tell us about that.
Not too long ago, I had an incident where well, yesterday, actually. I had these two guys coming on my show. And for some reason, our connection wasn't right. And I had to keep the audience going till they came aboard. And it was like 20 minutes in. And I had to think about what to say to keep the people watching stay on tune till they came aboard.
Right.
So that kind of threw me off a little bit.
Can you hear me okay?
A little bit.
Okay. It says that we're having a little bit of feedback. I can hear you fine, but I don't know. Is that the only set of headphones you have?
No, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, you can hear me. Okay, good. Okay, we just gonna keep it pushing. I don't know what's happening. I can hear you well from my end. It is no feedback on my end, but my team, I got a team on hand. That's what happens when you been a little further in the game. You get teams and stuff like that. People be jumping in and blessing it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
It's deep, bro. This goes really, really deep and hard. So have you always been inquisitive? Have you always liked people? Like, tell us about your love for people.
Oh, my love for people is amazing. You know, I was brought up in a household with five siblings, and all my mother gave us was love. You know, and taught us how to respect people and to love people, to get back in return. And I always, surrounded myself around good people, and people that always gave back. So that kind of been in my heart since I was little.
That's what's up. So you grew up watching it around. Your mother showed a lot of love and embraced you guys. And oh man, you know what? That's amazing. Yesterday I had an incident with my children where it was really, really funny. We were in our closet color coordinating my clothes, right? And I mean, something like that could be just simple. You know what I mean? It's simple. It's a simple thing.
Right.
But it was our way of bonding, and we were dabbing each other every time she got the colors right. You know what I mean? We were dabbing each other, and I was like, "Pound, give me pound." You know what I mean? And those are ways to bond with your mother and just have that time. Did you have a lot of those moments with your parents in the home? Do you remember those kind of times growing up?
Hold on, I lost you.
Okay. You could try it without the earphones, Victor. Try it without the earphones. What was that? Try it without the earphones.
Hold on, give me one second. Let me try if I can find some other headphones.
Okay. Y'all hang tight. We're gonna see what's going on with Victor's headphones. It's gonna be a good interview once we get the feedback and stuff together. I don't know what's happening on that end, but he's a great guest. He's a great guy. I want to hear more about his journey. And if you guys are parents, you would understand where I'm going with that. You know what I mean? Talking about how it is to be raised in a household with your parents. And let me see. I'm talking to my team, you guys, to make sure that we're getting everything on track for you guys so we can bring you the best quality podcast that we can bring you. Hello, everybody that's coming in. I want to greet you guys. We're going to have Victor come back. We don't want to lose him. We having a few technical issues. But yeah, yesterday I was here at the house and just having a moment where I had done laundry, and me and my daughter, we were just in the closet color coordinating. She had never even thought about color coordination or nothing like that. And she had so much fun just working with me in the closet. Hold on, let's bring Mr. Victor Santiago back.
I can't find my headphones. I'm sorry, I can't find my other headphones.
You can take them out. Let's see if we can hear you better without them.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can still hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Okay, good, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if we can keep this going without the earphone. We we don't give up easy. We don't give up easy at all.
You already know.
So we were talking about, you were telling me about the love that your mom had for the five of you.
Right.
raising you? Was she a
right.
single mom, or did you were you raised in a household with a dad too?
With a dad.
With a dad.
I was fortunate
Fortunate
to have both
to have both
parents,
parents,
and
and
I was getting the
I was
same
getting the
love
same love
from both
from
sides.
both sides.
And
And
my mother
my mother
always gave
always
to the
gave to
community,
the
to the
community, to the
homeless,
homeless,
um,
um,
for people in
for people
need,
in need,
and,
and
and that's stuff
and
to
that's
me.
stuff to do.
You know.
And
So
That's
so
amazing.
so that's how I give
that's
back
how I
to my
give back to my
community.
community.
As you know, I
And you
have
know, I have um,
a fundraiser I
a
do every
fundraiser I
year
do
for the
every year
cancer
for the
kids,
cancer kids,
Tell us
where I give
about
where
that.
back.
I give back.
Tell us about that.
So
So
I started that
I
two
started
years
that two
ago.
years ago.
I lost my
I lost
father
my father
from cancer,
from cancer,
Mm.
and my mother
and my
from
mother from
she had
she had
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
And
And
so after my
so
father
after my
died,
father died,
I
I
decided
decided
to actually
to actually
to
to
the kids
the kids
that have
that have
cancer
cancer
in my
in
city,
my city.
and
And
and so
so
I
I
I've done it with
I've
no
done it
help,
with no
no
help, no
sponsor.
sponsor.
Everything's out of my
Everything's out of
pocket.
my pocket.
And
And
Jackie Brown
Jackie
came out and
Brown came out
helped out last
helped
year.
out last year.
So I want to
So
thank
I
her
want
for
to thank
that.
her for that.
Wow.
And
And
yeah, this year I'm
yeah,
doing
just
another
doing
one.
another one.
I'm trying to link
I'm
up
trying to
with
link up
some
with
people,
some people,
Black
Black
Spades,
Spades,
and
and
Wendy
Wendy
and Wendy
and Wendy
Goldsmith.
Goldsmith.
Are you
I'm
there?
still here.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Okay.
Wendy
Hey,
Goldsmith
Wendy
from New
goes
York.
to New York.
I had her on
I
my
had her
show
on
the
my
other day.
show the other day.
So I'm gonna try to bring us all together so we can do something for the community of New York.
Okay, I just grabbed some earphones. Let me see if that will help with the
Okay.
podcast. Let me talk to my team. I just want to make sure we give the best quality interview because this is really good. Do you have some type of speaker or device hooked up while we're live?
No, I don't. I don't have anything hooked up.
Okay. I just want to make sure that all, like, besides this show, everything else, make sure it's turned off so we can try to get the best quality show that we can do. Madam Meek, which is my team, can you hear it better with me having earphones on in? Did that make a difference? I want to make sure because this is really good. I want to know also, Victor, how how has your parents dying impacted your life? In what way has that impacted your life?
Um, it impacted me in a big way because we was really close. We're a really close oriented family. Um, so and I'm the only boy, so I was really kind of spoiled as being the only boy. So losing my father and my mom was very hard for me. Sorry.
No, let it out. Listen, let me say
um,
this, Victor. This is not for show, okay?
right, right. I'm sorry.
This is a platform, yes, but it is not for show. I want you to be as comfortable as you would want to be
Right,
to
right.
express yourself the way that you need to, and there is no pressure. Yeah, there are people watching and viewing because I do have people that watch my shows just in general.
Right.
But this is a real conversation, okay?
Right.
If I was sitting next to you in the same room, I would probably be holding your hand right now.
Thank you.
You understand?
Yeah.
But I just want you to feel free to express yourself the way that it is needed. And that's why we do this. See, let me tell you why I invited you on my show, Victor. And now you bringing me to tears. Here come my tears rolling. Um, I am also a talk show host as well, right?
Right.
And a lot of times when we are in this position on this end, we give out a lot. We give a lot of ourselves, okay?
Hmm.
And we pour out in so many ways as God gives us, right? But there's a lot of times where we need to be refilled and replenished. You know
Right.
what I'm
Right.
saying? And we need this as well. Sometimes you need your partner, sister over here to take a moment and take time to talk to you.
Right.
And I understand that because I do this for a living. And a lot of times people don't know that we're in need ourselves, you know,
Right.
that we need someone to vent to,
Right.
that we need a place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When was the
Fact.
last time you even talked about your mom and dad?
I don't. I don't.
Right,
I'm usually the one asking the questions, like you. You know, I'm usually the one. Um, you know, how can I put this? You know, we entertainers sometimes. As entertainers, we put up a smoke screen. You know,
right,
of of our personal life, and people don't really know about, the real Chantal or the real Victor, what's going on in our lives, because we're usually the ones asking the questions. So when
right,
you put in that position, in that spot, and these questions come up, um, it's hard for uh, for me uh, to open up, and express myself, um, for sensitive questions like that.
right. And
My
I
parents,
listen,
you know.
listen. Do I
you
get
know,
it? Yes. Oh my
so
gosh.
my parents were a big role in my life. I wasn't an easy guy, coming up. I was always in trouble, you know. Spent some time away, and my parents were always there for me. So that taught me a lot, taught me how to how to be a man, how to stand up for myself, how to treat people, how to love people, how to not be selfish. Because I
Right.
was selfish. I was selfish at one point. You know what I'm saying? In my life, uh, it had to be, everything had to be about me, and until I hit that wall and realized that it's not about me, you know, uh, that it's about us, the people. Um, that's when I realized that, I had to change my ways. You had to change my way of thinking, um, the way I approached people, and watch what I said to people. And so I'm just grateful that they were there for me. They taught me the way, uh, and gave me so much love. And so that's why I'm the way I am with people. I love people. I love talking to them. This is why I came into the show. This is why I did do my show, is because I like to interact with people. I like to feel the energies,
Right.
and just to see, the similarities with them and me, or other artists, or other talk hosts, or other actors, kind of similarities of what everyone's going through, and that to me is amazing, because
Well,
sometimes you
I
think,
I I want to give you a message that I'm hearing to tell you. I'm gonna just be 100. Is
okay,
that every day that you exist, you are living out your parents' legacy.
thank you.
Okay, through your
Yes,
life.
right,
Um, the more people that you touch, the more that you are spreading their vision into the world. And I know that's a lot of pressure, but
Mhm.
I want you to know that, you know what I mean? I believe that you are doing to the fullest of what you are supposed to do. And things are gonna more things are gonna open up, be more revealed to you. You haven't gotten the whole full spectrum yet, but
Right,
keep going, keep living. Trust me,
right.
you'll begin to see, why you have to do this, why you have to do this for a living. I was watching one of your interviews in the car. I thought
Oh
that was
yeah,
very cool.
yeah. See, well, that's one thing that why I love my show, because you never know where I'm going to be. You know, I can be in the car, I can be in the basement, I can be in the house, I can be outside in the yard. And that's what I love about it, that I'm not stuck in one spot. I'm stuck now because of the COVID. You can't really go out nowhere. But usually, if this wasn't happening, my show will be anywhere.
Right.
I pull I'll pull up. If they in the basement, we do it in the basement. If they're in the living room, we do it in the living room, because I feel like I want my guests to be comfortable. And sometimes uh, people feel comfortable in their own environment. So I'm okay with going out to where they at to make them comfortable, so that I can get the questions answered that I want from them. You know what I mean? So
And
that's
you
why I
are
do
the
it.
ultimate professional. I enjoyed being interviewed by you when you and listen to this.
Yes.
It's not a lot of people I do business with. I even feel comfortable with sending my people to you. That's what's
Thank you.
interesting about it. Like I feel very comfortable with sending my people to you. That I
Thank you.
feel that are making power moves and strategy, strategic moves out here in the industry in the business. I feel good. I'm like when I make a referral, that
Mm.
that is nothing. You know what I mean? It's nothing.
I want to thank you. I really want to thank you for helping me and sending me people, along with Donna Lynn. She's been helping me as well. She's awesome. She talks so highly of you, and for the small period of time that we met and we did the interview, I feel like this connection with you and our energy is like so crazy. You know what I mean? And not I'm not like that with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm real picky and choosy who I talk to and who I do business with, like yourself. You know, but there's something about you that
Oh,
that clicks with me, and it's your energy. Your energy is so dope, and I
God
like that.
knows. God knows what we need when we need it. Yeah, you know what, Victor? I was just saying in the beginning of this show uh, that I literally, bro, I've been working on myself. You think
Yes.
you've arrived, right? You think you've made it. I got 20 some years in the game. Since I was in my early 20s, I've been doing this, and I'm about to be 50 soon. I'm moving into the 50 zone. Uh, you think you done made it and you done achieved some stuff. I didn't interview Teddy, Riley, all these different entertainers, celebrities, and then had them next to me and accomplished so many things, right?
Yeah.
But I was just talking about at the beginning of the show how I want to make sure that everybody that is viewing my show, are you looking yourself in the mirror? It's a lot of stuff that I didn't take time to evaluate for myself. You're so busy
Right.
running around and you're so busy out here in the game, and you know how it can get. This was pre-COVID and all that. When we was out here, I was traveling up and down in the airplane, going here to there, city to city. Even my family went with me several times. Like I've been out here strong in the
Hmm.
game. But what this past year has done, it's made me sit back and kind of reflect and take some time, some personal time. I'm
Right.
still grinding now. I'm still
Oh yeah.
grinding, but
I see. I see.
because of me now taking time to focus on how to make me better, to bring me more to a deeper level in this, or to, I would say, be at the point of hearing God's message more
Amen.
intimately about what to do, how to do, when to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes,
Um, Now I'm meeting people like you because I'm taking time to really, really focus on self, and doing whatever it takes to maximize the years of my life, to make things better, to build this house stronger.
yes.
Um, Let me tell you something that's basic. I ain't never saved money in my life, bro. I've been working on saving like every coin. You know what I'm saying? That's something simple. I didn't have time before to save money because
He was moving.
I was moving around.
Hmm.
So I'm working on myself, and I think because of that, now people like yourself, quality type of people, are starting to cross paths and come
Yes,
this way. It's like whatever your heart desires is gonna pull that kind of energy. So it's something about you too that is you working on some stuff too. It's something about
yes,
you. I don't know if you soul searching. I don't know what you're doing, but it's something about you that God felt the need for us to cross paths at this time and for us
facts.
to, that's a
Yeah.
God thing. I can't explain this, bro. I can't explain it really.
I think God put different people in your life, and then you get to choose who you want to, what soul or what energy you want around you. Um,
Right,
you know, when I started this, Shonda, I was thinking about, man, I could probably make some money out of this, do this and that, but you know, I got a call through from God. Like, it's not about money, it's about my people, it's about us. What can I do to help my people? I'm in the music
right,
industry, an artist. What can I do for them? Build a platform so that they can talk about their projects, talk about their lives, talk about, whatever situation they got going on, and let the world listen to it. Because sometimes we as individuals go through things like, like me for myself, I got my own personal problems that nobody sees because I got to put the small screen because I'm
right,
into people. But sometimes you talk to people when they say something that touches you, and reflects on you. You'd be like, wow, like I'm interviewing this person. He has no idea that what he's saying is me. You know what I
right.
mean? It's me.
Or
He's talking
touching
about
you,
me.
yeah.
He's talking about
Hmm.
me. But so by doing what I'm doing, man, I just meet so many beautiful people, and I listen to so many different topics, and and I sit back and I say, wow, you know, I remember not knowing maybe five people in my neighborhood. Now I know plenty of people around the world that I've talked to, and that to me is amazing. I mean, I love people, and I love to talk to them, and I love to have friends everywhere because at one point in my life when I was running the streets, I didn't have any friends,
Right,
um, people couldn't stand me because of my attitude, because the way I was running the streets, and I knew on my heart that I needed to make a change. I just didn't know how. I
right,
didn't know how. And when I started filming movies and I started, understanding myself more, I
right,
started humbling myself like, okay, I need to be this type. I need to be like, I need to work my way to be this guy. I can't be this guy. And, it took a toll on me because I was so used to being negative all the time, you know,
right, right, right.
because to
Learning a
be,
new way and a new system, and I'm
yes,
sure
yes,
that was different. That was different, right? So let me
yes,
ask you this. One of my most impactful interviews was with legendary Bushwick Bill, rest his
yes,
soul. Okay,
yes,
that one stood out. You're actually getting a book soon that will be coming in the mail.
yes,
You'll
I
get
can't
to
wait.
kind of read up on that moment that I had with Bushwick Bill. Let me ask you this. What was one of your most interesting and impactful interviews so far that has stood out um, over everything?
You know what, Shauna, to tell you the truth, I haven't got to that point yet because I'm new at this. I've only been a year in, and most of my interviews have been with artists. So we really talk more about music.
Okay.
So I haven't got to a point where I've gotten that interview where it really impacted me with their story yet.
Okay.
Everything has been good so far, and I hope it keeps that way.
Right.
But
Right. Right.
you know, the story you gave me was interesting with Bushwick. That's amazing. That he opened up to you that in that way. Again, like I said, you have to feel that energy and that vibe to open up, because that was really personal for him to open up to you the way he did, because he didn't
Oh
really know
yeah,
you.
talking to me about how why he shot himself.
Yes.
That whole story behind that. Uh, it was so powerful, bro. And bro, it's like, uh, first of all, he survived the bullet to even be there, sitting there talking to me. And as you
Mm,
can see, now he's really gone. Like he's rest his soul. He's gone for real now. But he survived something that traumatic to even be able to sit there and talk with me about the experience, right? That's why I keep reduplicating that story over and over again. And I'll never forget the moment that him and what is that other artist? I did two in one. Spice One. I did
right.
him and Spice One in the same segment, bro. That
Mm.
whole day was crazy. And I wanna shout out my boy Chris Mills, whose birthday is today. Chris
Okay,
Mills,
so
happy birthday, boo. Happy birthday, boo. Chris Mills was the one that brought the guys to me. He was the one
mm,
that introduced me to Bushwick Bill and Spice One and had them come into the studio on the same exact day. This is when I was doing radio in Las Vegas. So it was
okay,
crazy, bro. And I'm bugging out because you know how you say you talk about hip hop with a lot of your guests and stuff like that? Guess what, bro?
right.
I'm not a hip hop head at all.
Really?
Like I like some Luther. I'm a R&B. Like let me chill.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not a hip hop head, so I was completely nervous that day about what
Wow.
to even talk to him about because I don't know anything about the legendary group that he was with and Ghetto Boys, and I didn't know nothing
Yeah,
about none of that. So it was really
right.
interesting, and I had to come from a whole different angle. And that's why one of the reasons I sent you a book, Victor, is because I want you to see this different angle, of
Mm-hmm.
the interview game. It's so
Right.
interesting, bro.
It
There
is.
are times when you don't know about the subject. So what are you gonna do when that happens? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
How are you gonna come through shining like a brand new quarter when you don't know nothing about?
Oh, well, you know what? It's funny, Shonda. Um, it's happened to me. And like, so what I do is I research. I research them. I research their music, a little bit of their background. I go on their page. I see what they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And then my questions evolve in their conversation or their music or whatever. And that's how I get um my questions. Same thing with actors. Actors are new to me. Um, so I research, actors. I get questions, and that's how I come about, asking them the questions, and just by them speaking to me, um, and their answers, I make questions out of their own answer, out of their own.
Out of
Uh,
there, that's a really great angle
hmm
to have as an interviewer. That's a very good skill level to have to be able to research and find out who those people are
Right.
and what they're. But I'm just letting you know there's different levels. Like one day I was asked to do the residency in Las Vegas for Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper had come to
Mhm.
Las Vegas and they were getting ready to launch their residency in Las Vegas at Paris Hotel. So my
Mhm.
homeboy, he invited me down, because there's another level to this, right, Victor? He invited
Right,
me
right,
down to
right.
be a red carpet host that day.
Okay.
And I'm there, on the premises. I'm the first one to show up. I always come and be professional, be on time and all that. And I'm sitting there, going over the questions that I'm gonna ask Salt and Pepper, right? Bruh. The challenge was, okay, I knew it was almost time to do the interviews because all these big booming cameras start coming out of nowhere and the cranes and then they start coming at me with consent forms about the reality show that what I'm saying, that
Yeah.
Salt and Pepper had at the time that I might get filmed on. So if they
Right.
catch an angle of me, they need my permission to use my likeness and all. So I'm getting all that happening at the same time. So I knew it was time. I knew it was time to rock and roll in a few minutes because
Right.
it was a lot going on, right? Bruh,
Hmm.
why was I the only interviewer on the premises to almost the end of the interview portion? I was the only one. It was a team that came probably like 30 minutes before it wrapped. So who was the one interviewing everybody? Queen. I had to
Wow.
interview Mark McGrath, Chauncey of Blackstreet, all for one. Bro, I don't know nothing about these people. It was
Right.
suddenly. So there are
Wow.
times when you get challenged with these moments and you gotta shine. You gotta
Right.
shine. You gotta come through. You gotta be like,
Right.
hey, what's up,
Yeah.
y'all? It's your girl Queen D. I'm out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
So
you
so
gotta
how
do
so how'd you so
it.
because I know you how to have like different questions for different artists.
Right,
Like how did you
right.
balance that? How did you balance that?
You balance that because okay, like Salt and Pepper, it was important for me. They were the legendary group that was being honored that day. So I did something simple like this. Define legend. Define legend. Hey, it's like let's go to the basics. Let's cut to the chase. Let's get to it. You know what I mean? We ain't got a lot of time. This is about you, Boo, tonight. How are you excited about this night launching? Like, how are you feeling tonight? Like, it's kind of like you go to the hip like that because you have to be on assignment. You got to be sharp. You got to be quick. You got to think on your toes, and you don't have a lot of time.
Right.
So, bro, it's things like that hit you from an interviewer standpoint. And you be like, damn,
Well,
what to
you know,
do?
I haven't been to that point yet, but I'm glad you told me, so I'll be ready for for whenever that
Exactly.
point in my
Yes.
life comes. You know, because like I said, you've been in the game for a long time. I've done some research on you. I've seen the people that you've been around. Your magazines, you have plenty of magazines. And you inspire me.
That's what's
You
up.
inspire me. And this is what I want to do, Shonda.
Yes. And
I feel comfortable.
I'm here to pass that torch and say, here, bro. And I want you to feel free and comfortable to hit up that inbox and any questions you have. Um,
Yeah.
as you embark upon these different moments, please let me mentor you. Let me be the one
Right.
to say, hey, I got your back, bro. Because
Right.
listen, it ain't simple and it ain't easy.
I know.
Okay.
You know.
That's why I thought today, let me ask my brother if he's available. I want to get you on my podcast and see, let's get you in this seat from this angle. Because again, a lot of people don't even think about nothing like this. Like they don't think, oh, let me get the interviewer in the chair and see what
Yeah.
they got going on and what their life is entailing and talking about. And you know what I'm saying?
It's
Victor,
different.
what you
It's
got
different.
coming up? What you got
Uh,
coming up in the near future?
so in the near future, what I have coming up, okay, so I'm working on my movie. I just spoke to a kid yesterday. We're gonna meet up Thursday. Um, he's gonna type it up for me. So
Right.
we can probably start shooting in the spring. Um, I have that going on. I have um, the fundraiser coming up this year as well. I'm trying to put together a cipher, and you know, and like I spoke to you, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. I told you that I would love to do something for the host, for like us,
Yes. Yep.
because we put in so much work, and I think that we need to be um, pampered a little bit, you know, for our hard work, for giving back to the community,
Right.
um, for helping people just in general. I think that we need to get together, all the hosts, and kind of
Mhm.
like, you know, uh, enjoy ourselves a little bit for the hard work that we put in, and
Celebrate each other.
right, celebrate each other and get to know each other as people, and kind of vibe out, and see where we can take this. If we can take this, is there another level that we can go with this?
Right. Right.
Put,
Right.
putting
Well,
all our
you
mind.
got me. You got me 100% with that. I will come in and teach some media courses during that
Yeah,
conference or whatever, and you know what I mean. Come through and give my expertise on marketing and whatever I could do. What
yeah.
can we do to help with your cause that you're doing? What is how can we help you with that cause wise?
With which one? With the fundraiser, or
Yes, the fundraiser. Uh huh.
well, you know, because I don't have like a site where people can send anything to the site, to help out. Because I'm so used to doing things on my own. I, you know,
Right.
when I don't like to ask for help. I like to do things on my own the best way I can. And if there's people that want to help out, they do on their own.
I
I've
got
always
you.
been. I don't know why I'm like that, but I know there's people out there that are willing to help and stuff. But I don't know. It's just not in me to ask for anything. I kind of try to do it the way I can, the best
Independently. Hmm.
independently.
Well, like I said, it's too late now, Mr. Victor Santiago. You have some soldiers and people that
Thank you,
we
thank
here.
you.
I
Okay.
check in on you whether you know it or not. I be here. Like it's so funny. It comes to a season in our lives where, like I said, God will send someone in your path that needs to take up the slack in the areas that we don't even know we have. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? And it's just what it is. Like it's just that season of what it is. Um,
right,
so just what I need you to do is if you decide to create like a system of donation or financial support or anything like that, please tag me in it so that I can put it on my network and on my page and keep everybody informed of what you're doing and what is
okay,
needed because there will be, eventually some needs that you cannot support alone, and there people are going to need to step up. And the thing is, Hunty, if you ain't learned this yet, if you have not learned this yet, honey, we have to support each other. And one thing I love about being on this side of the media game is that it creates a support. You begin to build alliances with people that just they come through, they watch your show, they become a part of your family,
yes.
and sometimes even more family than your real family. Okay,
Back,
so
facts.
that I love about it. Do you know that this whole past week of living in Texas, while we have gone through this crisis, I have not suffered at all
Amen. God is
because
great.
of my support that's out here on social media and all the people that have been checking in on us, financial donations.
Mm.
Bro, open yourself up a little bit. Open yourself up. It's okay. Look, we got to get to the point where you know what I'm
I,
saying.
yeah.
it ain't about begging or nothing like that. It's just what happens is you naturally build a support system
Right.
with doing this type of career that we have, and because people feel like you're there for them too. When you're there for
Right.
others, oh my God, you're gonna get
Right.
that love back too. You're gonna get it back. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Right.
just happens. So how can we tell us how we can follow you? Give us that
Um,
information.
no, I'm real simple. Victor Santiago on Facebook. Um, Victor Santiago 436 on Instagram. Victor Santiago on Snapchat. And that's it, man. I'm a simple guy. I'm just a simple guy
Right.
trying to back to my community and give a platform for those that need it.
Okay, well, listen, you can tell everybody that this is what they call me now. This is what they call me in the industry. Tyrese's sister endorses Victor
Okay.
Santiago. Look, that's what they call me. You seen it for yourself on Google when you did the research. It's not a joke or a game. It's
Yeah.
real. That's my biological brother. And that's what people call me. So just let everybody know Tyrese's sister believes in you. And I
Thank you.
support everything that you're doing. Can you believe it's been an hour almost?
No, it's going so quick. I'm enjoying it because I don't get interviewed. I'm never on the seat. I'm never on the
Right.
seat. I'm never on the
Right.
seat.
It went by so fast. Like this hour is flying by. It's crazy. I just love your energy. I love what you're doing.
So
What type of guests are you looking for your podcast?
guess listen, I'm open for anyone's welcome in my podcast. Anyone, it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what color or gender. It don't matter. This platform was made for artists, entrepreneurs, book writers, actors, people in general that want to talk about a topic. Um, this is for everyone to shine. I don't discriminate. I'm not just looking for top people to be on my show.
Right.
Looking for the little people to become great.
Okay. And I got an interesting question for you. This is just a whole nother angle, right?
Hmm.
You know that the people here in Texas are suffering and going through a phase.
Right.
Um, if you were a politician,
Oh, you put me in the
in what
spot.
way in what way would you help and assist the people of Texas at this time?
If I was a politician, how would I assist the people at this time? Well, the first thing I'll do is I don't know too much about Texas, but what I've been hearing, there's no light, there's no heat, there's no water, there's no food. That'll be my first priority is to give my people uh, food, water, heat, clothing if they need it.
I
Um,
love it.
that'll be my first priority uh, as a governor to do for Texas. Um, I will get the city to come out there and or reach out to other cities nearby that got the equipment to remove some of that snow, so that people could drive, in their neighborhoods to make it safer for them. Um, I will reach out to other cities that can provide for my people. Uh, food, clothing, whatever it may be. If Texas don't have it to provide their people, then they need to reach out to other cities, bigger cities that have it to uh, to provide for Texas. That's what I
Ooh,
would
that's deep, bro. I appreciate that.
do. Hmm.
The idea and the thought of what you would do because it's rough. It's really rough from the inside. I went the other day to one of our major grocery chains. It's called Kroger here. I don't know what you have in where you are, but Kroger is our big grocery store chain here.
Okay.
Completely empty. The shelves were wiped out. It was a trip. I have never seen that, and this is my second time living here. My second time. So
Okay.
it definitely is a crisis. And thank you so much for Cause I see you. You be checking on me. You be checking on
Yeah,
me.
come on. My
You be
sister,
checking on me.
I got you. I
You
got you.
you
My sister,
you
I
you
got you.
have. um. Thank you for that thought process because it's been a lot. Like this morning, I went live and talked about, it was one lady's perspective of what's going on for real on the inside, the real story. And I went live and talked
I
about that
saw
this
that.
morning. And it is really bad here. It is really bad here right now. My
Mm.
in laws have been over here showering.
Yeah.
It's been bad. It's been bad, bro.
You
We went, needed them for stuff. It's been
know,
bad.
this is like a wake up call, not for just Texas, but for the whole world to be prepared for things like this because we've been talking about global warming for the past 20 years that this is going to happen, and people are just like backburning it. You know what I'm saying? This is real. See, my father always told me, be afraid of those things that you can't see but are real. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I never understood what he meant, but now I know what he meant. We don't see what's in the sky, right? We don't know what's out there. There's other planets. So we're not the only survivors. You know what I'm saying? There's other people out there. So,
I
he
even
always,
feel like coronavirus is man made. It's so much
of course,
going
of course
on.
it's man-made. It's man-made. Of course it is. It's all about, I think about coronavirus, it's a business. It's all about insurance, how they can make money from the people. Um, how can you make a vaccine in less than 8 months for the for the
Right.
for the world? I mean, it takes years to make a vaccine. And the same people that are fighting to make the vaccine supposedly were the same people that let it out. You know, uh,
Right. And then you heard about the people that died from it too, that from taking the vaccine. Um,
exactly.
and
So
it's just a lot. It's a lot going on. And if you think about it, with this global warming, even the weather systems and patterns are off. Everything's off. Like the
yes,
way that this happened this past week, this was not the typical weather pattern for this season of the year. Um, this extended too, this long of a time, being this
right,
long. Like it
yes.
was so bad that people couldn't go to work. My husband couldn't go to work for like 5 days straight.
Wow.
Um,
How much? How
because
much?
the
How many inches did you get? I'm sorry. How
I
many
mean,
inches did you get? How many
it
inches
wasn't
did?
that it wasn't that high or nothing like that. It's just it was so cold. It was like it had gotten down to 7 degrees or something.
Oh wow,
That doesn't
that's
happen in
cool.
Texas. So what
No,
was
they don't.
happening is due to the extreme low temperatures, people's pipes and stuff were busting.
Mm,
The way that the structure of the houses are set up is not equipped to
for-
handle that type of weather pattern or whatever. And then there was even a family they to try to get warm because the electric and they did rolling electric situations, which means there were only specific homes or areas that were impacted by the electricity going out. That was another thing selected by the company.
wow.
Uh, some people got in their car and died of carbon monoxide from
Yes, I heard
trying to
that.
stay warm. It's been a lot. People are the hotels are gouging prices
Wow.
because people need to get somewhere where they
You-
can have access to their devices and phones, and so you're paying for hotel rooms to try to beat this heat crisis and all of that, and then dying from starvation because there's no food available in the stores. There's
That's
no gas available in the at the gas stations.
how
Um,
like I don't understand that gas. We got so much gas. Like, where's the gas?
right, it's gone. Like we went. I have one right next door to me. That gas station has been out of gas this entire week.
What?
No gas available for to pump. in people's cars, and it's a regular gas station that people always go to. It's a newer gas station at that. It's a newer gas station. It hasn't been there that long. Like it's been built. We've been here probably a year and a half or so. It's just now getting built. It's not old at all. So this is what's making it a crisis. It's all the non-preparation of a moment like this. Pipes bursting, people's places flooding from,
Wow.
when the snow does melt, the water is now gushing in, and causing things to back up. And we had a couple of days of a nightmare of no water, bro. And come on
Wow.
now, let's talk about the real raw number two. Our kids, we all got a number two. That's a
Yeah.
nightmare.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
can't
You
flush
know.
the toilet appropriately. Come on now, we was out there scooping snow up, just to try to bring it back in to melt it to flush our toilet.
Wow. That's you know
You know what I
that's
mean?
scary. That's so scary. And the fact that it wasn't even a major storm. Imagine if it was a major storm. So people have to get ready in Texas, knowing that this happened. This is just a
Yep.
wake up call for for next year. Be prepared. Uh,
Yep.
if you're home and prepared, try to make it. Prepare it for in case that does happen again. You be ready. Um,
Yep. That's crazy.
this like we were just talking the ozone this the ozone layer it's getting bigger, bigger and bigger. So the climate is changing. The North Pole, the ice is melting so fast. The water level starting to rise. Like
Right.
these are things that people need to be aware of. Um, my island back in Puerto Rico last week, they were talking about the water rising, um, 15
Yeah.
feet. 15 feet. 15 feet's a lot when it comes to water, you know. So the water was coming into the streets. The water
Mhm.
level has risen, and Puerto Rico is just a little small island, and we have taken a lot of beatings with storms, and we still there because we are very religious people. Puerto Ricans are very religious people. We really
Right.
believe in God, and it's a lot of prayers in my country, and I think that's why our island is still at float,
Oh
because
yeah.
all the prayers. And but this is just something that we need to look at, and as talk show hosts, we need to let the people know to be aware of the surrounding, be aware of what's going on
Mhm.
in the world. Not just don't be don't worry about what your neighbor's doing. You know what I mean? Worry about what's going on in our planet because that's going
Yeah.
to affect us in a big way.
It's already doing that. It's already affecting and impacting right now. Who would have ever thought we would be alienated and forced to stay in our homes due to a non-visual virus that you can catch at any point at any time from touching something or from
Right,
smelling it or being next to someone that's a carrier of it. Who would have ever thought we would be in that kind of time? That crap is weird. I have
right.
my theories too, and I believe
Of course.
that radiation is being released into the air, and if
Yes.
your lungs and everything is not equipped to uh, facilitate that, you know how it is when we go to the dentist and they cover you with that thing because you can't have radiation seeping into your
Yes.
body.
Right,
So it's
right,
that same theory. Why are we forced to cover our faces is because of what's being released into the air.
right.
I got my theories about it. You know what I mean? But like you said, it's our job to inform people of what's really happening. That's why I did my show live this morning. I want us to
Hmm.
be as authentic as we can. Last night I
Yes.
ended the show singing praises to God. I was in here crying and singing. Like you never know
Amen.
what you about to get. But I want us
That's
to
right.
be as real with the
Yeah.
people as we can be because everybody's going through these emotional, ups and downs right now with being quarantined, alienated. We're people to not be able to touch physical people. That's depressing. You
Yes. Yeah.
understand, and it's causing a lot of people to mentally break down. And
Yes.
it's our job as talk show hosts and interviewers to make sure that we are there, stepping into position to be there for as many people as we possibly can right now.
Right. Yeah, right. When these people have an agenda, right? They have an agenda. Uh, we don't know what it is because they don't tell us what their agenda is. But definitely, I know one of them is um, uh, population control.
Yeah,
We are overpopulated. Um, the food industry does not have enough food to
right.
supply everyone in the world. So
Hmm.
this is where the virus come in. This is where the viruses come in to, in other words, eliminate people. Instead of doing it like Hitler did, went out and killed people, boom, boom, boom. So they say, okay, we need to eliminate people because we don't have enough food supply to supply these people. How can we get rid of them without them pointing the finger at us, the government? Okay, so let's put out a virus.
Let's
Uh,
kill them off.
kill
Yeah.
Let's kill how many people we need off the planet. We need 2 million. So let's get 2 million off the planet. Let's put up a virus. Let's make it happen. And then when things come together, we can put out a vaccine and put everything back in control again. Um, well, it backfired because they don't have
Right.
control of. They don't have the vaccine. They lost control of numbers. They lost control of the vaccine. Now they're trying to get back on board on how to control this pandemic because
They didn't
it's
think
out
it
of
was
hand.
gonna go this far, right?
Right. They thought they were going to have it controlled, but it spread it so fast that they couldn't control it. So you know, my thing is, and this is just my opinion. I think it's all about control, the population control. Um, I know the food supply is low, um, and again, it's all about business, about making money with the vaccine. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a crazy business, but it's real.
And we gotta do our part, Victor. We gotta teach each other
Hmm.
right now, train and teach each other on how to live
Yes.
in this time, um, and offer skills that will build our humanity. I'm talking even teaching cooking shows or, stepping
Yeah.
into position of whatever we got to do as talk show hosts to be that
Yes.
information for these audiences and these people so that we survive these moments. You know what I mean? I try to be as informational as I can. I try to offer things that mentally are helping people to rise above their depression right now. What do you do to get through your moments? Because I'm over here, listening to gospel and soaking and praying. And, what do y'all do? I'm showing my very human side at this
Yes.
time so that we all can make it and fight through because it's definitely a lot going on. Every turn you turn, Victor, I have never seen anything like this time in my lifetime, and I'm 47.
Right.
Okay,
Well.
I've never seen anything like this in all the years I've been alive. Um, and it's just a lot going on. It's a lot going on, and if we
Yeah.
don't get it together and get it in order and do our best, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Period. It's not that you're trying to lose. It's just you're going to.
Yeah. Well, the system
You
is set up
know,
for us to lose.
right?
The system is set up for us to lose from the get go. So we got to find a way to win. And I think, my opinion, the way to win is by unity. We got to unite.
Yes,
We got to unite um, in a big way to win.
right.
Because we don't have the power. We don't have the money. They have it all.
Mm-hmm.
They control everything. We're just living, you know, and building their empire bigger. So we need to find a way how to, like the lady said, how to have our own
Yes.
how to
Companies.
have
Uh-huh.
companies where we can depend on us, you know, and become one, become strong, and that way we can win.
Right, right, right. Definitely. So listen, I my brother and Rev Run did a collaborative book, right, called Manology. It's
Hmm.
about that man. It's about that man life. So let's talk about maybe doing a collaborative effort book wise for marketing and podcast hosting, and like we could talk about some of that in the future too, and maybe come together on
Yes.
stories from interviewers on what this is like, and try to use it as a fundraiser or something. It's ways we can work around the system. I'm an author
Right.
times 14 as of last
Yes.
year. I wrote 14 books in 1 year. It was
Mhm.
insane. I still don't know how we accomplished that. Couldn't do it without a team. I have an amazing team that helped me to get through this past year. But there's angles and ways, there's marketing strategies we can come up with, things that we can do to survive right now, and come up with some extra resources and then put
Right.
back into the system, you know,
Right.
and keep it circulating, because that is how
Right.
we're gonna make it right now. We got to keep each other's systems
Going.
circulating. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
We got to
going. So
find the loopholes and
yes,
work through
exactly,
them.
exactly. My magazine, you're going in it, by the way. The next one, I'm doing a women empowerment, but I'm gonna put your advertisement for your show in my next magazine. So I want you to
Thank
know
you.
that.
Thank you so much.
Let's
Thank you so
prepare
much.
to bring this together even more. You've been amazing, Victor, today. Thank you so much for your angle, your perspective, your wisdom,
Thank
knowledge.
you.
Is there anything that you want the people to know? And is there anyone that you want to shout out as we close the show?
I just wanted people to know that my platform is for everyone. Everyone's welcome on my platform, no matter who you are, no your gender. I don't care about anything of that. You want a platform, you have it. Also, uh, Shauna Gibson, saying, follow her show. She's great. She's awesome. She has
Thank
a
you.
lot to say. She has a lot to offer. So make sure y'all follow her. To shout out, I want to shout out you for having me on the show. All my
Oh,
followers, all my friends, my family, and you know, and I want to shout out all the patients that are in the hospital with cancer, and
right.
the what you call them, the vets, and the people in general. That's it.
And I want to shout out the Don Vic show. Vic, wait,
Thank you.
is that the right? The
Yeah,
Don
the
Vic show,
donkey.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Sometime with these latest health issues I've been having, is my memory is bad. I want to make sure I'm getting the right name. Putting that out there, the
Yeah.
Don Vic show. Y'all lift him up, lift our brother up in prayer as he proceeds to get his community services and things going in the community. Y'all reach out to him and find out how you can be of support to him, the Don Vic Show. And as we come together as podcast hosts, let's put our power in position and unite so that we can fight through this, and do what we can to support each other. Thank you so
Thank you.
much for this
Thank you.
today. This was such a blessing for it to be so spontaneous. All right, we did this at the last minute.
Yeah, you did. You did. That's what I like about you, because you make it happen.
This has been a blessing. You have been an amazing guest. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to grow and build and see what we can do with our
Yes.
alliances. We've already started working
Yeah.
together as a team
Yes.
in some ways. And let's just keep it going. And thank you so much for today's
Thank you.
um, show, and being such a special guest here
Thank you.
on the Queen G Live Experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, y'all. We're gonna let our guests go. Thank you, Victor. I know you got other
Yeah.
shows. Y'all tune in to him later today. Victor Santiago. Follow him. He's
Yeah.
gonna be doing some shows today on his panel. He got some guests and stuff that will be in the building on his show. So tune
Mhm.
in, y'all. Share anytime you see any of us lit up.
Facts.
Share our shows. That's how
Yes.
we win. That is how we get our shows out there to other people is when you take a moment, hit that share button and put it on other pages and promote what we're doing. That is how we continue what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely need you. We depend on you guys, our followers and our viewers to assist us. He's gone, y'all. Um, Thank y'all so much for tuning in to this specific special edition. Thank you, Victor Santiago, for being such an amazing guest. And listen, y'all, keep watching the Queen V Live Experience. You never know who's going to be on here, okay? All right, if there's nothing else, peace, y'all. I'm out of here. Have a good day. Bye.